Hi guys, and welcome to my WrestleMania 36 Night 1 reaction video. So yes, last night we had WrestleMania 36, the first night in the Performance Centre, and wow, it was mental, wasn't it? I mean, I'm still thinking about that Boneyard match. Effing mental, man. But yeah, we had the first night of this weird two-part WrestleMania in an empty Performance Centre, and there were some down points, definitely some quite big down points, but there were also some pretty good stuff too. So I think overall it was a thumbs up for the first night, but there were some stuff I didn't like, but I'll get on to that. So pre-show, very briefly, I didn't watch this match because I was busy, sorry, but yeah, Cesaro beat Dragulak, 4.5 minute match. Yeah. Then on to the main show. So the first match I had was a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Yes, we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross challenging the Kabuki Warriors. And this was a fun 15-minute match. It was definitely longer than I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be no longer than 10 minutes, but they gave the women 15 minutes. And this was a good match, you know. I think when there's no audience, it does work to their advantage because you can see the craft of wrestling more, not with the big illusion of all the audience. You can actually just see the wrestlers doing their moves, sometimes calling the shot too loud, but still, actually, to a part, you can look at the wrestling more in the match than when you were distracted by a massive crowd. But this was a good match. There's some good spots. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, I think, very good tag team, even though I'm not the biggest fan, but Asuka and Kairi Sane, just all the screaming they do. Yes, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross pick up the win, but I think by pinning Kairi Sane, yeah, they won. I mean, I think it was a performance with Nikki. I think Nikki Cross got the win for them, but yeah, freaking hell, good performance. Nikki Cross looked really good because she kicked out of a big powerbomb spot. So yeah, I would have preferred the Kabuki Warriors retain, keep the belts on them a bit longer. But Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are now the first ever, I think, two-time WWE Tag Team Champions. So yeah, they'll have a good run, I think. But yeah, good match. It was a good match. 15 minutes. It was a good match to kick off WrestleMania, definitely. Then we had a singles match between Elias and King Corbin. I mean, why this match is on WrestleMania? I mean, this is a pre-show B-level pay-per-view match any day. But anyway, yeah, King Corbin comes out. He's laughing his head off. Then out comes Elias to beat him up. He's like, and we get a bit of a fight, and it's an alright match. It's 9 minutes. And yeah, Corbin dominated a lot of it, but then obviously Elias came back into it near the end, and Elias won. I think with like a roll up. I think he went with a roll up, and yeah, Elias won. He's like ha ha ha, and running away, and Corbin's like, I think that's how Elias won. And yeah, fair play to Elias. I had Elias to win because he got some revenge, but this was very much just a pre-show match. This match did not need to be on the main card of a WrestleMania. No. And then we had a match which I was very surprised, which was third on the main card for this first night. And we had a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Yes, we had Becky Lynch defending her belt, going up against Shayna Baszler. I was very surprised this was this early. I thought this would be maybe the main event or a bit later on the card because this is one of the biggest matches. And yeah, this was a letdown. This was a big letdown. 8.5 minutes. Like, that is not long enough. That is not long enough at all. Like, this should have been 10, 15 minutes. Easy. These two, I mean, and yeah, and I'll start with the match. The match was fine. It was a bit back and forth. I feel like Becky was getting a bit too much offense in. Like, if you want to build Shayna Baszler as this monster who's just dominating everyone, like she did at Elimination Chamber, then you shouldn't really have Becky be dominating this much of the match. But it had some good spots, you know. Becky got some hits on Shayna, but Shayna had some really good spots too, and it was brutal. I'm not gonna lie. The match was okay. I was a bit overhead myself there. Okay, it was okay. There was some good spots, like I said, but the ending was terrible. So basically, I think Shayna Baszler hits a clutch on Becky, but Becky counters it and then gets Shayna down. 1, 2, 3, like with a cheeky roll up. That's it. Becky retained. I was like, what? What a shit finish. That's how Becky retained like that. This was the WrestleMania. 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes. This match should have been 10, 15 minutes at least. And Shayna should have won. You you built her up so much as this monster heel that just dominated the Elimination Chamber and more or less dominated Becky in the run-up to this match, and then you just have her lose with a cheeky roll-up. I mean, what? That just annoyed me. Like, why just put it on Shayna? Becky's had it for a year now. Why didn't they just put it on Shayna Baszler? She's the right person to dethrone Becky, and they do that. That just annoyed me. That was definitely one of the down points of the night, that finish. And my only thing I can think of is maybe they're going to continue this feud heading on. Maybe Shayna will eventually win it, or maybe Becky will just move on to another opponent. Maybe Ronda Rousey's going to come back. I don't know, but they should have put the belt on Shayna here. This was the time. Stupid finish, and the match wasn't great. So yeah, that's probably one of the most disappointing results of the first night, and probably will be for both nights, I think. And then we got a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Yes, we had Sami Zayn with Cesaro and Shinsuke going up against Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak, and this match was fine. It was 9.5 minutes. Sami was just running away for a lot of the match. Cesaro and Shinsuke got involved, but then obviously when Daniel Bryan got his hands on that Sami Zayn, it was quite dominant. Daniel Bryan was just dominating Sami Zayn, hitting loads of his moves on him. But then Daniel Bryan was just dominating, but then out of nowhere, he's had to do a top rope move, and Sami Zayn counters it with a haluva kick out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And Sami Zayn retains, like I said, because it's his first main roster belt, it's his first main roster title run, so he should get one defence at least, so yeah. But this match wasn't great. We both know Sami Zayn and Drew and Daniel Bryan, if they had a match in NXT, that, like, probably 3 or 4 years ago, it would have been match of the year, but on the main roster, Sami's just a shit cowardly heel, and it's a 9.5 minute beat down until Sami gets the cheeky haluva kick at the end, it's not a great match. But at least Sami Zayn retains, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. So yeah, like I said, the first half of the show wasn't particularly great. I think the only good match of the first half of the show probably was the women's tag team match. Everything else was just very average to very meh, really. But then things got good. So then we had a triple threat ladder match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Yes, we had John Morrison, Jimmy Uso, and Kofi Kingston. Yes, it was a triple threat because apparently the Miz was ill, so they couldn't do the full match. So it's just a triple threat match, but for a tag team match. Yeah, explain that. And this was great. This was really, really, really good. It was an 18.5 minute brutal ladder match. I mean, credit to John Morrison, credit to Jimmy Uso, and credit to Kofi Kingston. This was brutal. There were so many really brutal ladder spots. They worked their asses off. You could see how hard they were working to get these spots off. I mean, considering this was like probably a last minute booking decision for them to change it, so they probably had to rework the match really quickly. Credit to them. This was amazing. There were so many ladder spots. It was brutal. All 3 men were getting like pushed on the back of ladders, on the top of ladders. Lots of cool climbing spots. I mean, credit to John Morrison. I mean, that's incredible. The guy is 40, and he was pulling off some just as good spots and just as athletically as Kofi and Jimmy were. And I loved the finish, basically. So all 3 of them were on top of the ladder, trying to grab it, and they all pulled the hook off, but they were like, all 3 of them were grabbing it, so like, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? And but then they punched John Morrison off the ladder, but John Morrison had both belts, and so John Morrison fell off the ladder, but he had both belts, and so John Morrison retains, and he retains the belts for him and the Miz. So really cool spot, really enjoyed that, and it was the right decision. I think the Miz and Morrison actually had a good reign now, even though I did predict the Usos when this was a tag team match. But great match, one of the best matches of the night. 18.5 minutes, really, really good. And this definitely was, when I was thinking this hasn't been very good so far, this WrestleMania, it went straight back up. So yeah, very good. And then we had a match then we had a singles match between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. And yeah, so technically this was 2 matches, but Wikipedia says it was 2. So we had a bit of a match for a while. I think it was like a 8-minute match, and basically Seth hits too much. It was a good match. There was some good spots back and forth. We all know how good KO and Seth are. They've got really good chemistry. It was a very solid match. And then they went outside the ring. I think Seth hit KO with a bell. Boom! So KO wins via DQ. I was like, oh, But at least, so yeah, and Seth's just walking off going, ha ha ha. But then KO's like, is that it? Come on, I want a proper match, proper WrestleMania moment. And Seth was just like, okay, so the match gets restarted. And then they have this brutal no disqualification match. Oh my god, and it was brutal. There were lots of ladder spots. I mean, lots of there were chair spots. Like Seth was just whacking KO with the chair, and he's like, come on, KO. And KO was just going, you're always going to be a little bitch, Seth. And I was like, ooh. I love the verbal foreplay between both guys. It was great. But then KO gets his own back. He whacks Seth with the bell. He gets Seth on the table, and then Seth, he climbs the WrestleMania sign that was put in the Performance Center. He climbs up it, and oh my god, he does this senton off the WrestleMania sign through the table through Seth. It was brutal. Oh my god, that's probably gonna be one of the WrestleMania moments of both nights. And yes, go on, KO. So then he rolled both, and like, oh, and he rolled Seth back in the ring, hits a stunner, 1, 2, 3, get in. KO beats Seth Rollins. He gets his big WrestleMania win. Well done, KO. Great match. Great effort to both guys. And that WrestleMania sign spot with a big jump, that was amazing. Well done, KO. Really good match. This was another great match. So after quite a rocky start, we had the ladder match, which was great, and we had this no DQ match, which was great. So yeah. Okay. And then on to a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. Yeah, so we all know Roman didn't wrestle because of his compromised immune system, so we all know Braun Strowman took his place. And we all just thought Goldberg was retaining, didn't we? We all thought that, like, come on, Braun's not going to win, come on. So yeah, Goldberg defending his belt up against Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman just comes out, Goldberg comes out, and oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so so the match starts. Goldberg starts hitting a bunch of spears. I think he hits 3 to 4 spears on Braun. Braun kicks out of all 4 spears. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen here then? So then it looks like Goldberg's going for another spear, but Braun counters. Boom! Power slam. I was like, no way, is he? I think he hit pins, but Goldberg kicks out. So then Braun, I think he hits 2 or 3 more power slams. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman pins Goldberg to become the new Universal Champion, and finally, like, long overdue, in Braun's 7th match for the Universal title, he finally wins it by pinning Goldberg. I mean, I was shocked. I thought for sure Goldberg was going to retain and they were going to have Roman beat Goldberg at SummerSlam, but no. I just guessed it was in Goldberg's contract. He had to lose the Universal title at WrestleMania because he's a part-timer. So yeah, they've just had Braun beat him in a feud. There was no feud, no story, nothing. It was just a match, and Braun beat Goldberg. The match was only 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and yeah, Braun wins just with a bunch of power slams. Goldberg didn't even hit a jackhammer, but let's face it, there was no way he was going to hit a jackhammer on Braun. No way, after what happened with The Fiend. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Braun, to say the least. I'm happy for him. It's a big win for Braun. It's his first big belt, if you don't count the Intercontinental Championship. He's finally won the Universal Championship after coming short 6 previous times. So I'm happy for Braun, but this was a match which had no feud, no build, no story. He was just a last-minute replacement because Roman couldn't do it, and still he still won. And what a pointless. What? They had The Fiend lose to Goldberg just so Braun could beat Goldberg. Oh my goodness! Because now we know, because obviously Roman wasn't in the match. Friggin' hell, man! But whatever. In a way, I am happy. Braun, in some way, has avenged The Fiend. Goldberg now can just go off, and he probably won't see Goldberg again until maybe the Saudi shows or maybe SummerSlam. But it all just feels like a massive waste of time now, him winning the Universal Championship, because Roman couldn't do the match, and they just had him lose it to Braun, who's, Braun has been super stale the last year and a half, but hopefully that's his hoping this Universal Championship run can bring him back up to the monster. But I'm only thinking he's only holding the belt till Roman beats him. I think that's the only reason they're giving it to Braun. So maybe he's just a placeholder. We will see. But yeah, mental. And then on to the main event. Yes, we had a boneyard match between the Undertaker and AJ Styles, and oh my goodness, this was crazy. So basically, this entire match took place, filmed in a graveyard, some kind of a graveyard or a cemetery or a boneyard. So AJ pulls up first in a funeral car, and he comes out of the curse like, come on, yeah, I'm ready, boys, with Gallows and Addison. It's like, yeah, come on, Taker, I'm ready. And then we hear the motorcycle, and we see Taker riding towards with this Metallica song, and yeah, it's awesome, like the way it's shot, and he's dressed as the American Badass, and he's like, come on, boy, let's go. And it's like, oh, it was so fucking cool. I loved it. And then Tim and Taker are walking towards each other, and AJ's like, come on, old man, and Taker's just like regular Matt Calloway, American Badass. He's going, old man, I'm an old man, I still got enough of the time for you, boy. Come on, AJ, come on, Alan. And then Undertaker just starts pummeling AJ. He's like, this is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted, a boneyard match, AJ. Don't run away. And he's like this angry, pissed off dad. He's just beating up AJ, but AJ's like trying to run away. And there's a really funny bit where Undertaker smashes his arm, and his arm starts bleeding, and he just goes, son of a bitch. And AJ's just running away, and Taker's just beating him up. But then AJ starts to get some offense back in. Then it becomes a bit more even. They have a good brawl around the graveyard. I mean, and then basically AJ, he throws Taker through this fence, and Taker just looks gone. He's like, oh, like he's beaten up, and it's like AJ's just like, you're done, Taker, you're done, you're old now. And I thought it was AJ actually going to win. And then yeah, he gets Undertaker in the grave. Like, oh my god! So then you think AJ's won. He's like, yeah. So then he gets up to the machine, which like pours the dirt on. He's on it like that, going, yeah. And then while Taker was in the grave, out of nowhere, boom! Taker just appears behind AJ like. It was so funny. It was such a cool moment. Like, he's the dead man. He's the phenom. You can't bury him. And he just appears behind AJ like that. And AJ's like, and he just gets ambushed. And then Taker just starts dominating the match again, going, you can't bury me, boy. And Taker looks all refreshed. Obviously, I know it was filmed, so they had time to brush all the stuff off. But and then they start fighting again. And then they climb up this like podium bit where he's like, come on, Alan, come on, AJ. He's just, Taker was just great in this. So was AJ. They both sold it so well. And then they start punching each other on the top. I think he chokeslams Gallows off the podium. He tombstones Anderson on the thing. Oh, and then he grabs AJ. He's got AJ with a chokeslam. And oh my god, he chokeslams AJ off the roof to like this wooden bit. Oh my god, it looked brutal. AJ was just like, and Taker's just like, this is what you wanted, boy. And he's just talking to AJ like a regular guy. Like, this is what you wanted, AJ. This is what you wanted, Alan. I told you. That's what Taker was talking like a badass old man. And he just like, we just got started, AJ. He just grabs AJ and pulls him, and he picks him up. And he's got AJ by the throat. AJ's like, oh, don't bury me, please. I'm sorry. And Taker's just like, don't worry, boy. I ain't gonna bury you. You did well, boy. And he walks away, but then he just big boots AJ into the grave, and he's like, then he gets on the machine, pours all the concrete on, and AJ's buried. We just see the shot of AJ's hand with the dirt, with the phenomenal glove. So yeah, R.I.P. AJ Styles, and Taker just rides off on the bike, like, and then there's a big fire thing behind him, and these big Undertaker symbol, and he rides off to this Metallica song, like, I was like, and that's how WrestleMania Night 1 ends, and it was fucking epic. I fucking loved this Boneyard match. Oh my god, it was one of the most unique and different things I think WWE have done in years. I absolutely loved it. It was great. The way it was filmed, the way it was shot. I loved like Taker as the American Badass just talking shit to AJ. Come on, Alan. Where you going, AJ? And all that. But AJ was really good too. I thought he sold it great. These are two amazing workers. And when you consider the hype behind this match was very small, like not many people cared about this match, let's face it, this feud, because it was a very weak feud to be honest, but this match, they pulled it off. This Boneyard match will be talked about for years to come. It was so good. It was brilliant. It was way better than the thing we got of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt a few years back, and obviously the House of Horrors match between Randy and Bray. But this was fucking amazing. It was so well filmed, so well shot. I would have preferred it if AJ got a one, but still, this was fucking amazing the way they did it, and I loved it. So And yeah, Taker just rides off into the night. It was amazing. So yeah, guys, that was WrestleMania 36, night 1. Very, very positive to end on. Obviously, I think the first half of the show was quite weak. I think the only good match in the first half of the show was the tag team match. Elias and Corbin was very forgettable. Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler, big letdown. Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan was fine, but nothing amazing. But then it got good. Obviously, the triple threat ladder match was amazing. KO and Seth Rollins, fantastic. Braun beating Goldberg to become Universal Champion was just bizarre, but fair enough. Braun's Universal Champion, finally. So, fair enough, whatever. And the Boneyard match was just mental. One of the most crazy things I've ever seen, but I was just sat there loving it. So yeah, the Boneyard, which is a 35-minute brawl in a graveyard between Taker and AJ, and I loved it. So yeah, guys, that has been my reaction to night 1. Overall, it was good. I think it was good. I think the last 4 matches, and the ladder match, KO and Seth, the Boneyard match, I think, and the made up for it. We had 3 really good matches, and the rest of the card was a bit forgettable. So yeah, guys, those are my reactions to it. That's my reaction to night 1. Comment below, let me know what did you think of the first night. Of course, night 2 is tonight. So yeah, I'll be back very soon with my reaction video to the second night, which I think overall should be a stronger card, because I think we've got the better matches tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, we've got Brock and Drew, we've got the Fiend, we've got John Cena and the Fiend, we've got the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match, and we've got Edge and Randy. So I think overall, tonight should be the better show, but tonight was still really good. They've still pulled it off, even if it wasn't an empty performance centre. So yeah, guys, and I'm very much looking forward to night 2. So comment below, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.